Hey guys, so I don't really know how to start this video or where to really begin because I haven't made a video in I think probably 3-4, actually I think it's longer than that, probably like 6 months almost. And a lot has changed in my life. Well, there's like some drastic changes going on, and I really just wanted to touch base on where this channel is going and what I'm doing with it because I didn't really just want to leave it hanging. So I do plan to continue to make my YouTube videos, but with the things that have changed in my life, there may not be one specific brand for my channel anymore. I was really leaning towards obviously fashion, makeup, anything really beauty related, but I am kind of switching roles a little bit. So basically, my last video that I posted, I have mentioned that there were a lack of videos due to health reasons, and I kind of wanted to touch base and let you guys know what that was all about and where our lives are now. So last video, we had just moved into our apartment, which is all fine and dandy. We're still here, we're still good. And I have been going to the gynecologist to find out if I could have kids or not because I wasn't getting my period every month like I was supposed to be. I was getting it probably like maybe once or twice a year actually. So it kind of freaked me out. Like, I had Googled about it and they said that a common thing when that happens is that because of your hormone imbalance and stuff like that, it was going to be harder for me to have kids. So I wanted to get into the gynecologist. Actually, I didn't want to. Tim completely convinced me to go because I was terrified, and really, as much as I wanted answers, like I just didn't really know what to do. I didn't know how I was going to take it. So I had gone into the gynecologist, and what they did is they did some blood testing, and basically it all came back and we found out that I had polycystic ovarian syndrome. So basically that is just when cysts grow in your ovaries, and I don't really want to get into it too much, but basically she had told me I was going to have a harder time having kids, which was unfortunate, and I spent a lot of time like crying and really upset about it. So basically what she did was she put me on this pill to start my period. I was on it for I think it was 10 days, and then I went and got blood work done, and that's how she came up with the PCOS. So after we had figured out what the problem was and that it was polycystic ovarian syndrome, she put me on birth control, and I really was I was kind of opposed to birth control just because I was thinking in my head, okay, like if I'm gonna have a harder time having kids, is this gonna lower my risk or lower my chances even more? So I did end up agreeing to it, and I was put on the patch. Now, she had told me for the first week of me being on the patch, I was going to feel quite nauseous because obviously a new medication being in my system, and I had I don't know how to explain it. I had like a little more hormone than what I was supposed to or something, so the patch had that hormone as well, so it was basically giving my body a double dosage for the first little while. So she told me, oh yeah, you're gonna feel really nauseous on it, blah 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 blah. So I was on the patch for a week. The end of the week came and I was so entirely nauseous, you have no idea. Like, I had to sit down in the shower, I thought I was gonna pass out, and I just felt like something just wasn't right. I just knew it. You know your body and how it works, and I just knew something wasn't right. So I told Tim, I was like, I'm not feeling well. Something's wrong. So I said, you know what, let's take a pregnancy test. Let's just take a pregnancy test and see what it says. So we took a pregnancy test, and obviously not expecting it to come back positive. So I was in the bathroom doing it, and Tim was out here laying on the couch. And I waited the few minutes, and it was positive. It was positive. So I yelled for Tim, and I think he just thought I was joking around or something, so he didn't come, and I ended up coming out here and kind of throwing it at him. So yeah, I am expecting, and it's kind of crazy because I was literally just told that I was going to have a hard time having kids. So I'm really not sure why it didn't show up in her blood work, probably because I just didn't have enough HCG in my system. But yeah, I am expecting. I am about, as of right now, I am 26 weeks pregnant, so 6 months, give or take. And yeah, we are expecting a baby boy. So that's why I kind of wanted to let you know what was going on, because my channel is definitely going to change into that direction as well. Like, I do plan to do mommy vlogs as long as I actually have time to do them. And I really wanted to do a nursery tour and kind of just give you updates on the rest of my pregnancy. I was kind of nervous to announce it because, I mean, I am only 19. I did just turn 19 in July. But at the same time, I had always told my family I'm having kids young. That's just kind of the way I was. And my sister had her son young, and my mom had us young. So I think it's just kind of maybe the way I grew up. But I also, having 2 nephews and a niece kind of made me, I think, want one even more. But obviously not planned at all. Kind of, it's almost a blessing. Like, I don't know if I've ever touched on, like, my grandma, but my grandma passed away to breast cancer not quite a few years ago. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember off of the top of my head. But I'm basically just saying she was looking down on me and saw me during a rough time and did this for us, because this could be our only chance to have a child. So we are having a baby boy due Christmas Day. And yeah, that's basically where I wanted to leave this video off, is that there's our life update for you guys. We do plan to still do like vlogging, and I plan to make beauty videos as long as I have actual time to do it. But yeah, I will have a whole year off of work, which means I should have time. I plan to go back to school and get my schooling done, but it means I should have time to film while baby's sleeping or whatever. So yeah, that is where my life is at, guys, and that's the update. So I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and yeah, until then.